All right, I've been thinking very long and hard about this, but screw it. I'm going to teach you guys exactly what I show all my students and teaching them how to start any channel, scale it from 0 to 10,000 up to $40,000 a month without showing their face, without creating a single video on their own, and most importantly, without ever running the risk of getting hit with copyright, which is one of the main things that takes so many big players down. But I'm going to guarantee with the strategy, you're never ever going to have to worry about copyright or getting into any issues because we're going to show you exactly how to create original content without any skills, without any experience, without anything, because there's a specific software that can do it all for you. But most importantly, let's quickly discuss exactly how you can generate this much revenue, because there's a lot of niches out there, but actually there's not that many that can bring you up to 40, 50, 60, $70,000 a month. There's only a specific style of niche that can do this. And I'm going to expose that to you on this video. And not only just expose it to you, I'm going to teach it to you and show you exactly how you can create videos on your own without any experience and scale this thing up to numbers just like this, because this is not my only student that's doing these numbers. But if you haven't joined my free community, you have to. It's the first link in the description. I give you guys a massive free course, and all of the prompts to this video, everything I'm giving you guys, the links, resources, prompts, they're all going to be in here. We also go live twice a week if you want to have support from me, literally me, mentoring you, answering all your questions, auditing your channel, etc. So if you haven't joined already, you have to make sure you do, because there's a ton of value you're missing out. So let's get into the video, guys. I'm going to show you exactly how to start a channel just like this, why you should start a channel like this, and exactly the steps that you can take forward today to create a channel from scratch and get it to the point where it's generating at least $10,000 a month in cash flow within the next 6 to 12 months. Now, I'm going to give you a quick preview of the video we're going to be creating today, and I'm going to show you all the tools, the entire systems, the setup from A to Z. All right, so check this out.
You're funny, you're respectful, and you text back fast. So why does it feel like every guy who treats girls like NPCs gets more dates than you? It's not luck. It's psychology. And today I'm showing you how to flip the script, using 6 science-backed tricks to become the most desirable guy in the room without acting like a jerk. Psychologist Dr. Robert Cialdini once said, "Opportunities seem more valuable to us when their availability is limited."
All right, so the first step is to choose your genre. So I'm going to explain what this means real quick, okay? So in YouTube, you obviously have your niches, which are essentially like genres. You have your sports, you have your history, you have your celebrity, whatever it is that you want. The issue with YouTube is that now it's getting a little bit competitive, which means you have to think a bit outside of the box. And that's exactly what I teach my students. There's always going to be market saturation, which is when something becomes more difficult and competitive. So what you need to do is understand market sophistication. That's what I teach my students, because no matter how good something is, it'll always become competitive. That doesn't mean it's not good to do anymore. It just means you need to learn market sophistication. That's what I'm going to teach you guys on this video today. So market sophistication is essentially seeing something that's saturated, but finding a new way to permeate that niche. And that's exactly what we do. So the way we do this is essentially by understanding the combination of niches, right? Trying to identify niches that we can combine. So let me show you a bit of a diagram here. All right, so let's just say we have one niche, which is the basketball niche, okay? There is my basketball. So we have basketball, and let's just say we take this channel, for example, which is Rebound. This is a very, very popular channel. It's been around for a very long time. And as you can see, they're doing about 2.3 million views per month, which is really not that bad. But the thing is that the quality of the content is really, really high. So super high quality editing, great thumbnails, super clickbaity, all that kind of stuff, all right? Now, if we also look at other niches, which is kind of like the paint explainer niche, which is essentially just very simple editing, very simple everything, scripting, editing, voiceover is very, very simple. Paint explainer is a very unique way to make content because it's just very captivating. It's very simple. There's not much animations. There's no distractions. That's what makes that niche really, really interesting. There's a lot of niches that are working very good with paint explainer, right? But what we want to do is we want to dial in a sub niche. We want to dial in a genre. So if you take paint explainer and you combine it with basketball niche, you can actually get really good results. For example, we have this channel called B-Ball Explained. As you can see, they have 3.8 million views, and they only just started this channel 3 months ago. So within 3 months, they've already surpassed what Rebound has done, which is a huge, huge accomplishment, obviously. But more importantly is that the people who are making these videos, they're very, very simple. As you can see, it's just simple graphics, simple animations, very, very simple. Like literally anybody can do this with Canva or CapCut with the most basic of experience. And so what this tells me is that there's a whole new arena of opportunity on YouTube, which is just understanding that if you combine niches, you can actually yield incredible results, but you just have to be sure of which niches to combine. And that's what I'm here for, is to explain these to you. So in today's video, I'm literally going to live show you me choosing two different niches and then combining them together and showing you exactly how you can do this with specific AI tools that are just so simple to use, so that there's literally no excuse for anyone to say, hey, I can't do this because of XYZ reason. I have a 60-year-old who's making thousands of dollars per month. I have 18-year-olds who are also doing thousands of dollars per month. I have people in IT and corporate working for themselves, whatever it is. They're all doing something. They're already preoccupied with a job, a business, a family, and kids, and they're all making money online. So there's zero excuses not to make this thing work. The only excuse is yourself and the excuses you give yourself, and that's just your problem. You know what I mean? So there's obviously a room for growth. There's obviously room for all of us to make money. You just have to seize the opportunity while there is an opportunity. So let's get into the entire business model, the entire strategy, the entire niche, and I'm going to break it down for you guys and show you live the example that I've chosen and how you can execute it. You could just copy me, just do everything I'm doing today, and I guarantee you'll see success within 6 months. I promise you. And some of you guys might think 6 months is too long, which I mean, I kind of respect that, but at the same time, you need to be realistic. This is a business. Give it 6 months with relentless action, consistency, working towards 1% better every single day, and I promise you're going to see results. No questions asked. All right, so let's get straight into the video. I'm sure you're going to be very excited for what I have cooked up for you guys. All right, so like I said, the reason why my students are able to blow up their channels is because we try and do everything out of the box. Instead of following where everyone is running, we try and go the opposite direction, which is, again, in my case, combining niches. So what I'm going to show you guys is a combination of two different niches. It's the combination of the science or slash interesting facts niche and also the cartoon niche. So I know I said the paint explainer, that's one way that's working incredibly well. I'm going to show you another way it's also working very, very well, which is combining two very popular things, which is a niche and a cartoon, and combining those styles into one, but using AI to create them with very, very cost-effective tools and things you can do literally with a laptop, a tablet, even a phone, for God's sake, and a very small budget of around $30 a month for the entire channel. It's absolutely overpowered, and I'm going to show you all how to do this. There should be no excuses that anyone cannot just jump on their computer, start a channel today, and start printing within 6 months. All right, so let's get right into it. So the channel I've chosen for today is called this. Again, a science or interesting facts channel. And so the first thing you want to do is jump into my PDF doc. And like I said, if you don't have it yet, just jump into my classroom. You can see YouTube content. You'll see the first video there. You could jump in and have all my prompts. So the first thing you want to do is choose the genre of the cartoon. So you just want to take this prompt right here and paste it into ChatGPT. And as you can see, once I've done that, I've gotten a huge list of cartoons. Some of them are timeless classics. We have modern icons, and we also have current generational hits. I've actually tapped into this one because these are the emerging ones. These are the ones that are gaining more and more popularity by the day. We could always settle for something very popular like Simpsons, yeah, but also I went for something called The Amazing World of Gumball because I'm seeing a ton of channels blow up. Even some of my students are doing incredibly well in this niche. So I figured I would combine this channel, which is the science and interesting facts, with something that's emerging, which is The Amazing World of Gumball. And you could do something like Peppa the Pig, you could do Bluey, you could do Ricky and Morty, Adventure Time. All these are very popular. All of these would do really well. So you just have to find your own unique edge and just execute it. Find this combination, right? Do the research. For example, you can even go into Google Trends. And you can actually search up the series that you find that are most interesting or you think would do well. And this is a great way to verify and validate if your genre is good. So what I've done, I've gone to Google Trends and I've just typed in 3 different series that I thought maybe had the highest potential. So I put in Rick and Morty, I put Adventure Time, and The Amazing World of Gumball. I've also set it to United States the past 12 months, and I've specifically set it from web search to YouTube search because I don't care how well they're being searched on the web. I want to know how well they're being searched and how often they're being searched on YouTube. And as we can see, the results are here. We have Rick and Morty, we have Adventure Time, and Gumball. So as we can tell, Adventure Time is obviously not the most lucrative, and The Amazing World of Gumball is the most lucrative, hence why I've actually chosen this niche and wanted to go with it. This is what's really important. This is the validation process you need to do before you choose anything to see, number one, on Google Trends, if it's even in search. And the second thing is to go through YouTube and see, again, how much demand there is. And then once your niche is validated, you can continue with it. This is a very key, important step you need to do and not overlook. And this is a great time to say, by the way, don't skip through this video or don't even leave this video now, because if you miss one important thing like this, it could lead to your channel never seeing the light of day, never getting any views. So I'd really suggest you guys wait until the end because I have a lot more value you need to watch and need to understand so you can execute this thing correctly. All right. So now that we chose Amazing World of Gumball, we can get into step number 2, which if we go over here, we can see it's the topic ideation. So the way I like to do topic ideation is that I go over here on YouTube on the channel and I actually sort by most popular. Once I do that, I like to get a zoom out and just get a literal screenshot of every single video that's done well on this channel, and I can throw it into ChatGPT and add my prompt. If I go over here, I can literally just copy and paste this prompt. This is specifically generated for you guys so that it can use AI to analyze exactly what the best topics are based on what's already worked on this channel. Because that's the thing, is if you're a beginner to YouTube and you don't have experience doing topic ideation, you're going to screw this up and you're going to choose the wrong topics, put the money, bandwidth, time, energy into a video. It's not going to convert. You're going to be very disappointed. So you need to rely on AI, especially as a beginner, and use specific prompts like this, which I've created for you. You could just steal, and they're going to really help you with the topic ideation process. So what it's going to give me now is literally 10 different ideas that are all based on what's already worked. So it's based on historical evidence and data that it's used AI to analyze to give you guys the best topics. So you can just go in here and choose any of them. Now, what I've done is I've actually gone in here and I've selected the one called The Science of Getting Girls. That's what the entire topic is going to be like, all right? So what you need to do first to go into step number 3 is to steal the script. As we can see here, if we go into step number 3, the next thing is to create the script. So you want to basically download the competitor script and paste it under this prompt. So if you want to download the competitor script, you would want to go to the video, and right here you can see script. And if you click on script, you can go straight to copy and copy timestamp. Now, if you don't have this option over here with the script selection, you can actually just go over to my community. You can head over to my growth tools. And again, you can just go to next level. You can download this extension. I highly recommend every single person to have this. It is an absolute must have for any beginner or even in advance to have all the features, channel analytics, similar channels, download scripts, download thumbnails, everything is there. You need this as a YouTuber. So once you have the timestamp, then you can go back into ChatGPT and you can basically just paste the script. Now, once you paste the script, you can actually just take this script all the way here, this entire prompt, and you can copy it all, and you can now paste it underneath at the bottom of this prompt and press enter. Now it's going to take my entire prompt, which teaches ChatGPT how to actually create a viral script based on specific parameters and this specific SOP that was built out for it. There's a lot of very valuable prompt engineering that I've put into this. So it understands exactly what kind of hooks it should have, what to avoid, pattern interrupts, the cliffhangers, the ending, everything is done in such a specific way where it knows exactly how to write viral videos every single time. It's so convenient, all right? And now it's just gonna ask you, do you wanna mimic the tone of the original script or do you wanna completely reimagine it to a new core idea, right? So you want it to say now, keep it as similar as possible to the original, but make it unique with everything you now know. That's the last follow-up. Now, based on everything, it's going to give you an overview and actually start writing the script. And it's going to start off by writing 3 different hooks. As you can see, hook number 1, hook number 2, and hook number 3. Based on which one you like the most, you can either number 1, keep it closest to number 1, keep it close to number 2, number 3, you can actually mix them, or you can try again different angle. Now, I actually liked number 2, so I clicked number 2 and continued from there. It then literally will continue to keep on writing. It'll do the intro again, and it'll start saying lesson number 1, which is the first paragraph. From here, I can keep on going more and more and more and more. Now, I don't want to do that for the purposes of this video. I just want to have this section so I can show you guys then exactly how to take this into the video editing side and start creating and crafting the video. So I have the next prompt for you guys, which is essentially to take this into AI video. And the way that we're going to do that is by literally taking this prompt right here, copying it and pasting it here. So I said here, I want to start by taking the script and ripping it into 10-second scenes that I'm going to create with the AI video. So I want you for each 10-minute segment to write me a prompt that I can use to create a scene that best represents this section. But it would all be done in the cartoon, specifically in the style of Amazing World of Gumball. And of course, you can just change this for any cartoon that you do. And now it's basically going to take every 10-minute segment of the script and give me a prompt that I can use every single time to create AI images that I can also then turn into AI videos. And that's all you have to do. Now you just copy and paste this into the software. So now let's get into the actual software and show you guys how to do this from scratch. And so you can do this all on your own. So this software is very sophisticated. You have the option to create visuals here in this database. You have also the option to add voiceovers. You have options to add sound effects through AI. You also have options to create music. You also can then add text on screen with all these different features. And you can also add transitions all in one. And guys, this is about $30 a month. That is such a good service because you're saving so much money on all these different tools. It's very efficient, it's very convenient, and it's extremely beginner friendly. I literally did this never touching this software before, never actually creating these kind of AI videos. I did this so quickly, so conveniently, and I know you can too. So the first step you want to do is go into the visual side and actually start creating the images. So first you have to create these images, as you can see, and then we'll turn them into video. So now you want to go back into ChatGPT, you want to copy this prompt, and then you want to paste it into here, as you can see. And then you want to set this to image. What I like using is OpenAI ChatGPT image and going to landscape and then basically just pressing generate. And that's all you have to do. Once this thing generates, as you can see, it's generating. The next thing you want to do is to basically do this with every single scene, going one by one, copy and paste it, copy and paste it. Make sure you go on the image, OpenAI generate, and then also landscape. And once they're all done, the next step is to actually create these into videos. And it's actually very simple. All you have to do is right click, generate video from image, and then it's going to go straight to image to video, which is the setting you want to have. You want to go to Kling, which is a very good one. You can also do Kling Pro, Kling Master. I still recommend Kling 2.1 is fantastic, or Kling 2.1, or you can go into VO as well. But of course, these are going to take more credits. As you can see, 60 credits per second versus only 5 credits per second or 10 credits per second. So yes, you'll get better quality per se, but most times you don't really need it. You can get away with definitely just 2.1 or 2.1 Pro, and then you can kind of be a lot more efficient with your credits and get a lot more videos out for the same thing. So from here, make sure it's on landscape. You can do 5 or 10 seconds. Of course, 10 seconds is going to run you more credits, and then just press generate and your video is going to be created. And once your video is created, you can just drag and drop it into the timeline. And so once you have your timeline, you just have to basically time up everything with the voiceover. And once you have all your videos, you could just add them to the timeline. And the next step is to obviously add the voiceover and everything else. So you want to go now into voiceovers, and you can take your scripts. You can go again section by section, take the actual narration, as you can see here, copy it, and then paste it into here. And you can choose all these different characters, all these different voiceovers. They have great quality voiceovers, and you can just press generate. Once you generate, you'll have this scene, which is just that specific section of voice that you inputted. So you can now drag it and drop it into the timeline. And now you have a voiceover that goes over the imagery. And now we're getting a lot closer. The next step is you want to add music. So first thing, you can either search music, you can go by genres or moods, or you can actually create it yourself. So I've just picked something over here called Oily Rags. It's kind of like a cartoonish music, and that's all you have to do. Just drag it, drop it, and it's good to go. It's all copyright free. The next step is you want to add captions. So if you click on display captions, it'll actually show you captions over everything that you've created so far. So if you select display captions, you'll literally see captions going over your video, and you can modify where they go. You can also choose if you want different colors, different fonts, different sizes, different outlines, if you want multiple words coming on at once, or just one if you want it all in caps lock, if you want bold, italic, everything. So you can really customize this thing to the maximum extent, the font and the size as well. And now this really brings it to life, because usually captions help a lot with keeping people captivated and hooked in, because they have more stuff moving around, almost like a pattern interrupt. And it really helps with the focus and attention in most niches. So now we have the videos, we have the audio of the voiceover, we also have the music, and we pretty much have the entire video put together. You can also add some transitions. They have fade, slide, pull in, pull out, all these different transitions. You can just add them. So basically drag them and drop them on your timeline in between all the clips. And that's all you have to do. You basically have an entire video done within minutes. It's actually incredibly efficient once you learn it. Of course, first time you do this, it's going to take a little bit of time. But once you actually learn this and do it a few times, it becomes very quick, very efficient, very scalable, because you can create all these videos on your own, again, with no experience, and you can just pump them out one at a day, like literally one a day. You could do this efficiently for around 2 hours a day. At any skill level, I guarantee you could do one video a day, 2 hours a day worth of work. And within 30 to 60 videos, you would see this thing generating you at least $1,000 to $3,000 a month, again, within 6 months time. If you cannot dedicate 6 months, 2 hours a day to create something like this at $30 a month, I don't know how to help you. I really don't know how to help you. That's why I create these videos. I make them so detailed, so vivid, so simple to follow, with every single step, every single action that you need to take to create a channel that's successful. There's nothing more that can happen other than you just doing the work. That's all that's left. That's all I'm leaving for you, right? So that's all you have to do to create these videos, and just start posting one a day. Just understand that these channels take time to grow. This stuff is not done overnight. And you see these outliers, these people that are creating a channel with 3 videos, they went viral and 15 million views, and these are outliers. Don't try to be the exception. Don't try to be that person, and don't base your success off of the outliers and the one-offs and the random instances and luck instances where someone went viral, and you compare yourself to them and they only have 5 videos and they have 5 times the amount of results. Don't compare yourself to the outliers, because you'll never be successful and you'll never be happy and content with what you have. So it's very important to be very realistic about this business model, because it takes time. It's a business, right? So that's basically all I want to share with you guys in this video today. If you feel like you want to do this stuff on your own, absolutely you should. You have the entire roadmap here laid out for you. If you feel like you don't want to do this on your own, you want to have someone like me in your corner, pointing you in every single direction and knowing exactly where to go, making no mistakes, and having a complete guarantee of making your investment back within 6 months, or I literally give it back to you and pay you $2,000 for wasting your time. Nobody has that guarantee, by the way. Nobody in this game is confident enough to pay you for wasting your time, being that sure that you're going to make your investment back in 6 months. So if you're looking for that, there's another link in the description to work with me directly. We don't work with everyone. It is a multiple 5-figure investment. But if you're willing to invest in yourself and accelerate that timeline, remove the amount of mistakes you're going to make, and just have a much better experience overall without having to worry about any failure, then you can work with us directly. If you don't want to, like I said, you have a free community. You don't have to spend $1 to be here with us. Just join our free calls, take action on the course, learn this business model. It is such a lucrative skill, such a valuable high income skill that you can have now in 2025. So I advise you guys all to take the time to learn this business. If you enjoyed this video, drop a comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you didn't, sucks for you. I'm sorry to hear there's nothing I can do to help you, but you guys are all MVPs. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. I'll see you guys on the next one.